How does a car stay in production for 17 model years without any major changes?
Buckle your seatbelts because we are going back in time.
The Mercedes-Benz SL class, or SL Roadster, has existed in some form or another since 1954. This 1980 450SL comes from the third generation, which began production in April of 1971 and lasted until August of '89. Amazingly, its appearance hardly changed over that time, a testament to the car's masterful styling. It looks years ahead of other early 70s designs, yet not too out of place compared to cars from the late 80s. Non-US models with flush-mounted headlamps look even better. Blame the government for mandating sealed beam lights. For its diminutive size, the SL still manages to look substantial. It's straight and flat without looking angular, and gives the overall appearance of solidity. The SL is distinct without being conspicuous, perhaps the key to its long life. That theme of solidity continues with a well-organized interior. I found the seats comfortable, and the general material quality impressed me. Some of the plastics haven't aged well, but the fit and finish still exceeds the average for the era. The automatic climate control looks a little confusing and apparently had some reliability issues, but Mercedes eventually sorted it out. Thankfully, the fantastic weather made this a non-issue as I spent my time driving with the top down. On a mix of suburban and country roads, the wind noise was minor, but highway speeds would obviously change that. Visibility is, of course, stellar, and unlike some roadsters, you don't feel dangerously small next to other cars. And even though the oversized steering wheel looks like something from a sailboat, the ride is not boat-like in the least. It doesn't heave over bumps or roll around curves. The handling is solid, but, just like the styling, it's been smoothed over some. The SL is clearly designed to be a grand tourer, and that's not just a euphemism for a poor-handling sports car. It legitimately strikes a balance between comfort and performance, instead of choosing one at the expense of the other. Power delivery is smooth as well.
The engine in this car reminds me of an old but loyal butler. It's not exactly in a hurry, but whatever you ask of it, it eagerly does.
That butler under the hood is a 4.5-liter V8 with Bosch mechanical fuel injection. It generates 222 horsepower and 278 pound-feet of torque. 1980 was the last year for this engine in the SL, as an aluminum 3.8-liter V8 replaced it, and the car was fittingly renamed the 380 SL. Power gets to the road through a 3-speed automatic. It shifts smoothly, but feels a little sluggish. The transmission seems to slightly blunt the engine's response, but if you bury the pedal, the car hustles with ease. With the new engine would come a new 4-speed automatic as well. US market cars sadly never offered a manual. Nevertheless, I found the 450SL a complete and competent roadster that provides satisfying performance given its age. My biggest complaint stems from the price. This car originally stickered for around $35,000, equal to about $100,000 today. With that kind of exclusivity, it's no wonder Mercedes left the design unchanged. And exclusivity is precisely what makes this car so appealing. Sure, with that kind of money, you could have bought 2 LeBaron convertibles, but I don't think Mercedes ever worried about that. Yes, by today's standards, the SL seems somewhat underwhelming and overpriced, but remember what the rest of the car market was like. This car had fuel injection and 4-wheel disc brakes back in 1972, and by 1977, none of the big 3 even offered a convertible. And when they finally did again, they certainly didn't intend to compete with the SL. Even when Cadillac did try to dethrone it, they were unsuccessful. The SL simply exists in a class of its own, and its price helped ensure that. But as they say, good things come to those who wait. 35 years later, you can buy an SL Roadster for under 20 grand, even 10 grand if you're lucky. And yes, you could buy multiple used LeBarons for that money, but that's not the point. In a business as precarious as cars, few products can last 5 model years, let alone 17. Yet even now, the SL continues to age gracefully, solidifying a design that was destined to become classic, or perhaps even timeless. If you enjoyed this video, why not watch another one? And stay up to date by subscribing to our channel and following us on Facebook. As always, if you have a cool car you'd like to see in a video, send us an email.
This is the perfect car for proms, weddings, or any other event that requires a parade. There's no back seat, so you don't have to worry about footprints on your upholstery, but there is a very sturdy convertible cover and enough room for whoever your local celebrity in the back is. Reminds me of that one time I almost became homecoming king by accident. But I'll save that story for later.